In 1886, mining engineer John T. Reed learned a chilling northern Paiute legend from tribal elders. Red-haired, cannibalistic giants who ravaged the land until the Paiutes trapped and burned the last of them in Lovelock Cave, Nevada. And decades on, in 1911, guano miners unearthed mummified bodies, some reportedly towering with eerie red hair, sparking the University of California digs in 1912 and 1924. Led by L.L. Loud and M.R. Harrington, they recovered thousands of artifacts, oversized sandal, duck decoys, intricate baskets from a thriving ancient culture. Mainstream science claims these bodies were of average humans, only up to about 6 feet tall, and the red hue was from decay. No giants here. Case closed? Well, the shadows actually do linger. Further reports hinted at far taller remains, fueling whispers that the Smithsonian Institute swept in, hiding or even destroying evidence to shield Darwinian evolution and mainstream history from upheaval. Why upend the narrative of human origins, or so they would say? And about Abraham Lincoln's 1848 words at Niagara Falls, quote, "The eyes of that species of extinct giants whose bones fill the mounds of America have gazed on Niagara as ours do now," end quote. Was he echoing lost truths or merely poetry? And these enigmas refuse to die. But what if the giants were real? And where did that quote even come from Abraham Lincoln? Something had to spark that idea. Some say he claimed to have seen the giants. So would Abraham Lincoln lie about such a thing? His reputation at that time was everything. So, what are we actually dealing with? Well, we're going to unravel the Lovelock mystery and what Abraham Lincoln said, and we're going to harness associated remote viewing and glimpse into the veiled secrets of science can't or won't touch. The unknown beckons. Are you ready to peer into the abyss? Let's get into it. Hello, superhumans. I'm Sally.
And I'm Christina.
And we're two QHHT practitioners trying to inspire you, the viewer, to follow along with our questions and feel your body with each question. Remember, if you feel tight, the answer is no, it doesn't resonate with you. But if it feels light, the answer is yes, and it does resonate with you. After all, everybody watching is a superhuman. You may need to clear those trapped emotional energies or even have a QHHT session, but that's what Christina and I are here for, is to help you ignite the superhuman in you. All right, we're talking about giants.
Yay, giants.
So I have some questions that I've set up, and I've already remote viewed these answers. It's going to be super interesting if you get the same thing. And I'm going to tell you, if I disagree, we disagree. But it could be, and if we do, and this is what we often find, if we do disagree, it's usually how the question is understood or worded. And then once we get the clarity of that, we usually actually do find ourselves aligning. So I think that's interesting. I love the authenticity of just going into this as natural as possible and putting your own personal biases aside, and that can be hard, especially when you've got you have an investment in the outcome of the answer. So if you believe something to be true and you find out it's not true, that can be a bit disappointing. And we've had our fair share of those, haven't we?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right, so I am going to have Christina go ahead. We're going to go through these. This will be the first time through with her. and we'll see how it aligns with what I got. And I'll be looking up at my notes, so bear with me on this. So my questions are have a little bit of a setup, and then the question. Here we go. First question. Giants loom large in the global myths and fringe archaeology, often portrayed as towering beings who shaped early human history through their immense size and power, blending ancient alien hypotheses with suppressed discoveries. Did giants or larger humanoids roam the earth?
So, definitely yes, they did.
That's cool. Did they have red hair?
I think there was a predominance on the red hair, but I'm getting that there were different colors of hair. Like
I did too, but I got it was like looking at the Irish, because you have the dark Irish, right? But predominantly you got the red hair going. So, all right. That's so cool. Okay. Are you ready for the next question?
Sure.
All right. In Wu interpretations, these giants are seen as a lost race of superior beings, possibly extraterrestrial or divine hybrids, whose existence challenges mainstream evolutionary timelines and suggests advanced ancient civilizations. First of all, were they the Anunnaki?
Well, see, it's not coming in real clear for me on Anunnaki. I mean, I'm sort of getting a yes, but it's kind of like, well.
Okay, that's cool because you know what I got? This is
What
so
do you
cool.
got?
I got that the Anunnaki took their DNA and they spliced it with Homo erectus and made Homo sapiens. And then I don't know what alien, if it was that probably the Anunnaki. I mean, they seem to be the most nefarious in the ancient Sumerian text anyway. They blend those two together, then it's like they call them the fallen angels. So they came down and they bred with the Homo sapien females, and according to biblical text, is the Nephilim, and then the ancient Sumerians had them. I think the Greeks also had them, and then the Paiutes had these giants. So I mean, these giants are showing up all over the world. So
well, there's got to be something to it if you have it coming up in multiple different texts. Why do you have so many floods? For example,
right.
when stuff like that happens, that means there's probably something to it.
Right, exactly. So I guess let's revise the question slightly. Did these giants have Anunnaki DNA?
Let's see. Well, I get a yes.
I do too. I can feel it. It's one of those things, people, where your body just feels tight. You'll get the goosebumps, which are these affirmation chills. All right, that's so fun. Before we go any further, let's elevate your journey, personal and cosmic. Meet your must-have companion, the Energy Healing Map at embark.com. Perfect for beginners and pros. It's your guide to clearing trapped emotional energies like ancestral or past life baggage, aligning your vibration with your goals. Imagine releasing old vibes to unlock new skills like remote viewing. With a clear energy field, you'll tap into the unseen. MDHmap.com helps you heal, grow, and explore your universe. Grab your energy healing map today, clear the past energies, and align your vibe. And see what's out there. Visit MDHmap.com now.
I am so impressed with this website, how well you've done it. I've worked in analytics, IT systems before, and I'm thinking, wow, this is a lot of work. And the navigation and and just the whole mapping, you must be a very analytical person because this is so well done. I love it. Thank you.
All right. So then the next question I had with that is, did they breed with human Homo erectus to create Homo sapiens. And I got yes on that. That sort of explains the DNA here. So it's like over and up or over and down.
Right.
All right. Are you ready for the next question?
Absolutely.
All right. Native American oral traditions, particularly from the Paiute people, described red-haired giants known as a Sitaka, who inhabited Nevada's caves, engaging in battles with the indigenous tribes and leaving behind evidence of their cannibalistic ways. So, were there large skeletons found in Lovelike Cave, Nevada?
Yes.
Okay. Were these beings that were found in this cave, were they cannibals?
Yes.
Oh, fee, fi, fo, fum, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. How tall were they? Were they 7 feet tall, 8 feet tall, 11 feet tall?
I'm liking the 11 feet.
I got 11. Oh my
It didn't like any of the
God.
lower numbers.
I know, I didn't either. Yeah. All right. Next question. Conspiracy theorists claim the artifacts and remains from such sites, including oversized bones and tools, mind that one, have vanished from public view, fueling speculation about institutional cover-ups to protect established historical narratives. Did the Smithsonian and other museums conceal these bones from the public?
Yes.
Why did they do that? Why did they want to conceal them? Was it going to create bruising to certain scientist egos, or what was the reason?
Well, kind of what I'm feeling, I don't think it's about anybody's ego, but I feel like it's more to do with, what narratives can we handle? It's like disclosure. If you start saying that there were giants, what are people going to do?
So you're saying it's like the disclosure, like the UFO disclosure today, where, I mean, there's so much evidence, it's ridiculous.
Right.
And yet the government's saying nothing to see here, nothing to see here.
Yeah,
but now the government's coming out and saying, oh yeah, there's something to see here. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
but
you're saying that's the kind of environment they were in at that time, and that's why they've kept them concealed.
Right. I think it's a conceal thing, and because it's, it goes against the typical narrative.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So do you think that because the concealment, does it feel like to you? Oh, does it feel like to you that the people now that are in charge of the Smithsonian may not even be aware of them? It's like they've been so shoved into the corner.
That's what I was seeing when we were talking. I was like, I don't think people understand what they even have.
Wow.
Like it's shoved so far out of the way that, like, if somebody were to go down into the museum and go down and to the where they store all the artifacts, if they were to go down there, they wouldn't immediately find that stuff, and if they did, they wouldn't understand exactly what they had.
Sedan bones, probably, that sort of thing. That oh wow. Those downloads come in like crazy, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
All right, are you ready for the next question?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, before we go there, can you imagine the person who's in charge? Would say, yeah, there's no oversized bones. We don't have anything. So I do feel that the spokespeople for the Smithsonian genuinely don't know what they have in their possession.
Well, I have in my time worked in a museum, so I can understand how you could perhaps lose track of what you have. And so I feel like that's kind of the issue, is that they kind of have lost track of what they have. When you have a large collection, I mean, think about the museum. The Smithsonian, how many museums does it comprise of exactly? And then how large are each of those collections, and how good is the database and the cataloging of all of that? So I can see how you can kind of misplace.
Oh, for sure. Okay. Wow. Let's go on to that next question. Historical figures have referenced giants in ways that blur myth and reality, with some U.S. presidents alluding to enormous beings in speeches that echo biblical or indigenous lore. Did Abraham Lincoln truly see giant skeletons?
Yeah.
You think about him. His reputation was everything, especially when you're in the 19th century. You do care about what other people think of you, and you especially care about it when you have your sights on political office.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I got that he saw it too. So cool. All right. Moving on to the next question. Reports from the 19th and 20th century detail excavations worldwide, uncovering skeletons measuring 7 to 12 feet tall, from Ohio's burial mounds to European burrows, often with anomalous features like double rows of teeth or elongated skulls, maybe even both. Have giant skeletons been found all over the world that meet this description?
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Crazy.
What do they call it? The Kandahar giant? Isn't that the one they found in Afghanistan?
Mm-hmm. Well, and then there's, the elongated skulls in and around the Mayan regions in South America, Central and South America. Yeah.
Let me ask you this, just because it's sort of a side question. So I'm going to go squirrel on you a little bit. The scientist that looked at the skeletons in Lovelock Cave, they said that the red hair was just decomp. It was just over time. And I'm wondering, did they just not understand that they were redheads, or were they redheads, or was the red actually due to how the body decomposed?
I disagree with the red being, how the body decomposed, because I don't think that that's actually how that works. I just have a feeling that they didn't really understand what they were looking at.
Yeah, because we're going way, way back.
Right.
So, yeah. Okay. Had to get that scratch or that itch scratched. All right. Let's see. Edgy paleoanthropology speculates that these beings thrived during prehistoric eras, potentially overlapping with early humanoids and influencing megastructure construction before the cataclysmic events wiped them out. Is that true?
I don't think that cataclysmic events wiped out giants. So I just don't,
because I didn't either. I was like, oh, we're going to disagree on this one.
I don't think that that's true. I mean, I bet you, I'm pretty sure there are giants around. We just don't see them.
Well, I actually asked that question, so we'll see. So we'll get there, because I'll have you look at it. But I have a number that I'm looking at.
Okay.
Let's see. Here it is. The next question: when did the last giant roam the earth?
I don't have a number.
I do. I got the last giant roamed the earth was 800 years ago.
Well, I would agree with that.
Okay, cool. Yep, it came in. It's like that particular species
Okay.
went extinct around 800 years ago. Is what I'm getting.
Okay. That feels good.
That jives. All right.
Mhm.
All right. So here we are going to go back to that old Smithsonian. Here's my last question. Institutions like the Smithsonian are accused in woo circles of hoarding giant artifacts in hidden vaults, allegedly to uphold Darwinian evolution and prevent paradigm shifts in human origins. Do museums like the Smithsonian have skeletons, and if so, why hide them? I think we already answered that, actually.
We did. I feel like we already answered this question. They just don't know what they have.
And they're in a vault. They
Yep.
just have not looked in the vault.
Right. They just, I mean, as large as those collections are, it takes a lot of effort to go find things and pull things out. So unless you're like going to be on a bender and say, I'm going to find these and I'm going to get them and I'm going to pull them out, and it takes a lot to do that.
It does. All right. That actually wraps up my questions. Any last statements?
This was really intriguing. I hadn't really thought about giants, so it was kind of fun.
Well, you know what? I had, and I actually dismissed them because I dismissed them. I didn't think that. I said, oh, they're just a like everybody else. They're just, they're just,
It's a myth.
it's just like the basketball players. I would come up to their knees, and therefore they're a giant. So it's just tall people. But I mean, this is 12 foot. I don't think there's very many people, and that's like an entire race. It's like 12 feet or 11 feet tall. I mean, these are ginormous. We have forgot to ask that last question.
What?
Is Bigfoot?
Oh, yeah. Is Bigfoot related to giants?
Yeah, those giants. Yeah.
I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I'm not getting a good like, I'm not tuned in.
Right.
Like something's not
right. All right. So
Yeah.
we're always telling everybody to feel it out. So let's just demonstrate how that goes. Because I'm just going to detach from the outcome, and I'm going to have you actually ask me the question.
Okay.
All right. I'm ready. I'm detached from the outcome. Ask me the question. I'll just feel my body.
Okay. Are giants related to Bigfoot?
My body feels tensing. It tightens when I hear that question. So the answer is no.
Okay.
So the cool thing about being QHHT practitioners is that we know that the subconscious mind will never lie to you. And if you can get your own noise backed out of the way and just do sort of like what we just did, whatever question you have, it could be, do I change jobs? Do I move? Do I do whatever? And just feel it out. If your body feels light, the answer is yes. But if it feels tight, there's something else going on you might want to take a look at and explore. Do you have any advice for any of those viewers out there?
Nope. I hope you were asking yourself the questions and getting your own answers, and hopefully maybe you'll leave some comments for us.
Yeah, leave a comment. Let us know. Are you feeling light or tight? Let us know what ones resonate with you and which ones don't. Please hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to share with like-minded people. Some people actually have a hype button. I'm told sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but if you do, please hype it, because it's going to connect us to other like-minded people who are ready to ignite the superhuman in all of us. Thanks for watching.
Bye, everybody.